Today I am hitting the road, taking Galactus with me on a 7-hour road trip in the middle of January, or the beginning of January, as the snow is already starting to cloud our view, to do a collaboration with my favorite, someone I've idolized for the longest time, miniature painter in the industry. It is cold, it is blustery, it is icy out. Not the conditions I love driving in. Honestly, the roads aren't too bad, but I've had to wait for about 15 minutes for my car to actually get warm enough for the ice to come off of it. I maybe should have cleared it a little bit before we headed out. By the way, Betsy is coming with us, which is very exciting. You can hear a little bit of kick in the engine. We just put in more oil because the light started coming on, and the check engine light has not turned off. But she's running, so Betsy's gonna be along for the ride. Let's just, see if we can't get you in nice and safe. That'll work, right? So Shira, you're not joining me on this trip.
No.
And I have two questions. One, are you excited to have the house alone for a few days?
Yes.
Okay. And two, do you think Betsy is actually going to make it there?
No.
No?
No.
No? Why not?
I just got my car tuned up.
She's for sure making it.
Okay.
Betsy has never failed us. Do you want to see how I did Galactus?
Yeah.
Look.
Did you? You literally have him seatbelted next to you.
Well, he's a passenger.
He's so cute.
He's adorable. He's bigger than Ash.
Yes, he is.
He's bigger than Ash.
I like how you have him seatbelted.
All right, I've got to leave. I've got to hit the road. I'm already running late, which no one knows until I arrive late, which is, yeah,
Frequent, often.
We're gonna be a bit late, but I will see you later.
See you later.
Okay. We just filled up gas. Galactus is right here next to me, and the first test of this video is really, will the car start after filling up? Nope, we're gonna have to rev the gas just to get it started. All right, let's do it. I just pulled over because it started snowing more and my windshield wipers stopped working. So we're gonna see if we can get these back up and running before I continue driving in the rain, snow. Yeah, that's not visible. Well, just a quick update. The windshield wipers are not working, so we wiped off the window with some tissues, and we're gonna keep going, I guess. I'm not quite sure what's wrong with them. They were twitching there for a little bit. Now they're not even doing that. I don't know if they're frozen, if they're broken. We'll make it, right? We're doing well, making progress. We're about 2.5 hours away, so we're about 5 hours into the trip, just working my way through the last book in the Red Rising series. And yeah, the windshield wipers, I never figured out how to get them working, so I pulled over again, ended up washing the window, and we've been okay since then. This will be the last time I'm filling up on gas, and then I've got to get the car started, and then I'm just not stopping until I arrive. So that's the plan. I think it'll work. He's doing well, hasn't fallen apart or anything yet. The trick is gonna be getting him home just as safe as I'm getting him there, I think, because he'll be newly painted, which means it'll be even more delicate. And that is how we have to start the car. A little rev of the gas, get it going, and then don't stop moving forward for a little bit of time so that the car doesn't stall. So we're just gonna drive in a circle and then start leaving. So, windshield wipers started working somewhere in the journey, and we have actually arrived, surprisingly enough. The next step is just to show Shoshie the actual model. So, I've made it, and all you've seen is pictures, right?
Yeah, just the one I think just one picture.
So we have the gentleman seatbelted in if you want to just open the door to the poor little car and get a look at what we're doing here.
Oh my god, it's huge.
I can
okay.
I was gonna say, you want me to? Yep.
I won't pick him up because I don't want to drop.
No, you can pick him up.
Let's see.
He's a prototype, so there's some parts that are, you know, maybe not the arm, but other than that, he should be pretty stable.
Look at this. This is half as big as me.
What do you think?
It's really cool.
Are we gonna be able to do something neat with it?
Absolutely, yes. I think people underestimate that large models seem like they're going to be harder, but they aren't. If you use bigger brushes or airbrushes, and then a lot of because they're so big, there's not as much difficult shading because the volumes shade themselves pretty much by being this big. It's going to look awesome. Figured out that he's pretty much just kind of sitting on top of his legs, so if we can get his hand, which includes like pretty much this gray part up, off, we probably will be able to lift him off and be able to mask things off so much easier and paint back here. It'll be so much nicer.
Why is breaking the model the first process to fixing it?
Because by being able to take this off, I can get back here and I can paint all of the details on here because he's really leaning right up against it. And I could try to paint it without taking him off, but it's gonna look so much better if we get him apart.
Cool, let's destroy him. So the first step in this process, like Shoshie was saying, is ripping this guy off of his base. You see, he's a little obstructed. It's a little bit hard to paint in some of the behind the scenes areas, and it'll just be a better job if we can do that. So we are trying to unhinge and unpaint this area, and then it looks like his body is loose enough to just kind of pop off. So let's see what's possible.
It's my box cutter. I'm not trying to actually wedge it. I'm just trying to kind of cut the seam a little bit. Oh, that's going through nice. It's actually kind of soft. Once we get enough of the glue separated, it'll just come up. Alright, I'm going to do the scary part here. That sounded like it did something.
It did sound like it did something.
Oh, we cracked it here.
Oh, did it?
We might just have to do that and just crack it all the way. We can fix it. Alright. You want to help me? Oh, come on.
Seems like you should just wiggle up.
Whew. Yes.
We've got some thighs, we've got a pair of legs.
That came up too. Good.
Oh, well that would have been easy.
Yes, well I'm going to end up redoing
No, this is
it.
good, yeah. Awesome.
And this is plastic, and I have plastic glue, which will weld that right back up, or epoxy if that doesn't work.
So stage one.
Yep.
Stage one of this process is destroying the miniature.
Yeah, I think so.
So we could have went straight to eBay, thrown away my relationship with CMON, sold this for like $5,000, but instead we broke it.
Well, and okay, so now I can paint this completely separate off the base.
It's going to be so much easier to get all the like nooks and crannies and just prime it all.
And now all I have to do is mask his legs, not the entire body.
Cool.
Which we might be able to get this off depending on how it goes, but alright, I'm just gonna.
Did you get the legs off?
I did.
And they're on what? Pegs?
Yes.
So you were right
There's
about.
barely any glue, so that wasn't too hard to get out. And then now we can just put him back and paint him all together by himself.
Now he just looks like a baby doll, though, which is the most adorable version of Galactic.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do some kind of
repair in the middle.
Well, yeah, either we'll have some kind of putty or something in there to get that to stick again.
You could even use we could get like a wooden stave or something like that to.
We might have to put that piece back to kind of hold it up, because I do think that was necessary.
So Shoshie is getting set up behind me right now, and we just got finished filming a few segments. So this vlog is gonna not tell you the story of Galactus being painted so much as the story of us telling the story of Galactus being painted. We just did a few segments of her sitting in her studio with all the paint supplies and chaos around her, which I absolutely adore the way the shot looks. And we're going through the sequence. I want to tie the video down into like a 10-minute segment where you're able to watch the whole progression of this creature. Now, the first stage was research and, well, pure destruction, which you saw on camera, which hopefully was painful for all of you. I just thought it was funny, because I trust her. And the next stage is going to be priming. We need to get the base coat down. We kind of know where glowing spots are going to be, and she was talking about the fact that different areas will be primed differently depending on what the end result or the end goal is. If it wants to be a dark, sort of shadowed area, or if it needs to be glowing and bright with light bouncing off of other sections. So that's the start of the process. How are you feeling overall about the gargantuan model that we've introduced to you?
I think once we get the base done, it will be a piece of cake. I think it's the biggest piece, and it's also the most, well, because we don't have a reference, that's the most challenging. Everything else is like going to be like a coloring book.
Listen, if you're enjoying the vlog, we just got finished making the short little documentary on Shoshie and all the work that she's done. How was that?
It was scary and fun.
Okay, I'll take both, honestly. It'll be an interesting project, probably coming out after this, but this model right now, which we talked about in that project, let me turn so you can get a good vision of it. If I'd only learned how to speak, you'd think 3 years would have learned me a little bit. This model is going to be available for 48 hours. It is the first actual model that Shoshie has put out in a lineup that she's working on right now, exploring emotion and exploring beauty in sort of the male specimen. What's the name of this one?
From a female gaze, yeah.
From a female perspective. What's this one titled again?
Wishing for a Soul.
Wishing for a Soul. It is a angel who is brandishing a sword down by his side, wings spread, leaning up softly, and then also sort of contemplating the fact that historically or theologically, angels don't have souls. So he's looking down at creation and wondering what he's missing. I absolutely love it. I think it's amazing. And selfishly, I'm going to get one for myself. And you should do the same, because she's awesome, and it's hard doing your own thing. It's like risky and scary and this whole bundle of everything. So if you want to support me, if you want to support her, and just help us do more of this stuff, go pick one up and then show us what you can do with it. We are moving towards finishing priming.
Yep.
So we have a base layer painted down. I need to grab another piece of foam, and we're going to go do some spray with a can outside. Now it's freezing outside, which is why we're not doing everything spray canned. So you never know what type of issues you're going to run into. First off, the airbrush wasn't quick enough. The paintbrush couldn't squeeze into every single place. And now the spray paint, it's either running out or a little bit too cold. Both are 100% possible. Shoshie just ran up to grab a little bit of food, and I get to do the only painting she's probably going to allow me to do on this model now, which is a little bit of priming myself. So I'm glad I actually get to do a little bit. I'm by no means a good miniature painter, but I'm happy to do my part to help. So I have to be honest, she is annihilating this. I mean, it is Wednesday night, we've been painting for only a couple of hours, and it's looking like this. I thought realistically we would get some priming down, we'd be at a position where it was ready to like start getting painted tomorrow. We're going to be on the main body in the main show tomorrow. This is absolutely insane. And she's done more detail than she originally planned on it, with the metallic overlays and like grabbing oil paints to give it depth and sort of a oily kind of deep finish. It's looking really, really good. Here she is. What are you thinking?
what are we working at, about an hour?
Yeah, I was just telling them how insanely fast this is going while you're still doing more detail than you intended.
Yeah. So you follow the dopamine, you go down the ADHD hyperfocus. That's what happens.
Well, it's looking amazing.
It's my superpower.
I mean, it might be one of the reasons why you're so good at what you do.
Woo.
Good morning. It is early. This is the side that the main story doesn't get to see. We are running out because we need more
Paint.
Yeah,
We need to get some rattle cans, spray cans, and hope that they don't freeze when we try to prime this model.
Well, you are going to get the car ones, right? Because they're designed to be a little bit more robust.
Yes.
Okay.
They're great and they're cheap.
Okay, so that's the plan. We made so much progress last night. I got a good night's sleep. Are you feeling well?
I'm feeling good.
Okay, so today should be highly productive. I'm very excited. Also, you posted up in your communities.
I did. We got quite a bit of like crossover comments, like Quackalope and Shoshie. Oh my
Well,
God.
and the pre-boarding hype is real. There's already, by the end of today, there's going to be like 1,000 people who are expecting and excited to see something cool between the two of us.
Yes.
So, I'm stoked. One of the elements I didn't quite factor in this morning, Shoshie is in there, and we are waiting for the car to warm up. So it is, this is a classic winter morning, I think, because it is freezing, and the car is just a silhouette of ice. How impressed are you with Betsy?
But the car?
The car.
I don't know if I'm impressed is the word, but it's good. But I just figure like any engagement is engagement at this point,
All right, so we just got, I'm gonna keep a hand on it this time. We just got back from the hobby store. Where did we go, Michael's?
We went to Michael's.
And we got a few things. So do you want to show off what we ended up grabbing?
We've got like purplish spray paint.
That's gonna be the main body of
With
Galactus.
a highlight of pink.
A little bit of, we were looking and she noticed that it was not quite purple. It was honestly more of a pink color.
Yeah.
But I like purple more anyway.
And then we got white, black, and blue.
So blue for the main body highlights, and then black and white to color it up and down, and then also do some, you're talking about doing comic book-like lines on some of the parts.
We're thinking about it, yeah.
We're gonna play with it.
We'll see. This is black for the base, for the priming.
And this is the stuff that we need for the main body.
And just some little plastic.
Some mixing cups. It's freezing, we're gonna go inside.
Yes.
Because this was sent to me as one big piece, we had to break it apart to paint it. And part of that resulted in a few flimsy pieces that kind of tore alongside of it, which isn't a problem. I always trusted her to be able to fix it, which is what we're working on now. We're going to be gluing those pieces back together because really it provided a lot of support to kind of the frame of the creature. These legs need that.
Glue this piece back on, and then I'm probably going to put some epoxy putty to just,
I mean, honestly,
weld it.
he's going to be stronger than ever. You got to break your legs in order to regrow them stronger, I think. Isn't that how that works?
Yep.
Okay, accurate. We're adding putty just to kind of fill in the gap from where we shattered it. And honestly, I reinstalled the legs. Shoshie, redo that. I'm advocating for just not painting the body. What do you think? Just leave it big and purple and plastic?
No, we're gonna. It's like, imagine having a photograph in the middle of a painting. It's just not going to work out. You want to paint everything, paint all the things.
No, I think I'm so excited for it though. Just reinstalling the legs starts giving it that look. Well, we're waiting for the body and legs to dry upstairs. Shoshie is here working on the shading and highlighting and other elements here on the base. And I am going to start showing off something that you all have already seen a little bit of, but we are doing some advertising around her own line of miniatures and models. So I'm going to start filming B-roll and also start editing the story together, because the same week that we are putting all this together is the same week that you're seeing the film, which isn't always the case. It's actually a little bit more of a crunch because of that. We're going to take a little bit of a break because it's been a long day and a long evening, but I just have to point out how awesome Shoshie is doing here with this. I mean, look at the lighting and how it's just this ebony kind of glow. And that's only the base. I think we're going to potentially stream the painting of the face later on tonight. We'll have to see what happens, but I'm going to run out and get a few more supplies that we need, and this is looking so good. I can't wait to show you the final version. A little bit of a snafu there, and I'm on the way back to Michael's. Some of the purple spray paint can specifically, the top broke off, the nozzle started spluttering, and we got some dots on the miniature, so we're gonna get a new one, and hopefully that one will be cleaner. The color looks so good, and the project is coming along so well, except for the problems, which in artistic endeavors, there's always about 7. Betsy's still running. We got some snacks, some Red Bull, don't tell Shira, and I am heading back with the spray paint so that we can hopefully finish them up today. We'll see. I think we're making a lot of quick progress, and after a little bit of a break and a little bit of food, we should be ready to keep going. We are about to do another run with this guy here. You can see where on his head there, some of the dots from the other spray paint can didn't quite match up right. And now we're gonna give it a swing with the new can, and hopefully he will be a bright, vibrant purple in just a few moments. It is so cold, which is also what you don't see here. This is not the temperature to be spray painting, but it's the temperature we have. Alright, you gonna do the same?
Yeah, we're gonna start with the back because.
Yep. Okay.
I'm gonna do a quick
Wow.
that was a bad idea. Oh no.
So note to self, camera on car, it does seem like you survived, possibly, hopefully, we'll see. So the good news is I think my vlog camera survived the tumble off the car, and the spray paint can is working. If all else, things are going well, they're going right. All right, popping in for another update. We have made a ton of progress on the body, but the thing I'm excited about is we just stuck the legs onto the base, and I think we're good. I think just leave the legs. We don't even need to do the torso. I'm pretty sure that's a wrap. I think that's just gonna be it. It looks so good. What are you focused on? What are you working on?
So I'm trying to paint his blue trim, and because the purple went over it, right? So there's a little bit more coverage, and so I'm having to do more than one coat to just get rid of brush strokes, and then all of the sides of the trim have to be covered as well. And just trying to paint that as neat as I can. I've got craft brushes. Thankfully, you went and got me this purple, which is a great match, and I'll be able to clean up some of my little mistakes here that will really help things look crisp. That's my goal. With this, I just want it to look really clean. Because the thing about, if you're painting any kind of model, even if you don't paint it to a super high level, if you paint it clean, people still will like it.
I've already talked about the fact that we're actually producing 3 videos during this process. The full feature on the paint job, that's what the time-lapse over here is, the vlog that you're watching now, and then also a highlight and showcase and profile on her official line of minis that are coming out. One of which is available now for order.
Well, it will be on Friday.
The day they're watching this,
yeah,
it'll be currently available. And so part of what I'm trying to do, one of the puzzles that I'm trying to solve is, when do I do vlog updates? When do I kind of talk to the camera? When do I feature Shoshie on the vlog itself? I'm stumbling over getting that right, even though my brain goes, get it right, get it right, get it right, and then my tongue does it differently. When do I feature Shoshie on the vlog itself, or when do I feature her as she's talking about the artistic process? When do I do B-roll, or for instance, what we're doing now, a time-lapse kind of documenting different stages? So that puzzle has been fun, and what I've really come down to conclude is all the interesting kind of fun behind-the-scenes thing, where I'm on the camera talking to you, the audience, is sort of going into the vlog. Then the stages, the progression. Every time you see the model upgrade from one level to another, we're trying to sit her down for an interview and actually do something more dedicated. And then when it comes to B-roll and the filler, a lot of that high detail kind of time-lapse type stuff is being done in order to fill in that conversation. So as I listen to her talk about the model progression and what she's doing to kind of bring it to life, I'm trying to supplement that by filming that same type of footage to overlay. So that's the puzzle. It's been a day of it already, but I've started editing the video. I've got my little workstation set up there, and I'm really excited for you all to see it. So hopefully you've enjoyed it by this point. A big part of this project so far has been the dance between my microphone going on the main filming camera and back here onto the vlog camera and back and forth. We just filmed another segment kind of updating people where everything is. Shoshie is here working her way through the main body and doing, I mean, an incredible job. But don't tell her that. Not until it's finished. Shh. Don't let her know. The plan is to get the body finished up and then tomorrow kind of focus in on the head, the face, the areas that are going to have a little bit more kind of brutality and a little bit more detail, and then stick it all together on the base and have a finished freaking project. I spent the last couple hours working through the B-roll, the vlog, and really getting media lined up so that we're in a position where once we finish, I'll be able to do the final touches on the edits and get the videos out, because they've got to go up Friday, Saturday, which is only about 2 days away. Outside of that, I mean, I should probably inform you all that it is 11:30, approaching midnight, and she's back down here working. I mean, this is no joke when it comes to the size of a project we've both taken on.
My most productive hours are usually between 11 and 2 p.m.
See?
11 and 2 a.m. Yeah.
It's normal, guys. I mean, listen, most of the world doesn't operate like this, but creative people sometimes do.
I love it. He looks good.
Shoshie, how are you feeling? It's the morning of the next day.
So there's something like project fatigue. I don't know if you've ever heard of that, where you look at something so much, you don't see it with new eyes for the first time. And so you're just like, I don't even know if it's any good anymore. And then you sleep and you go to bed and then you get up and you're like, holy crap, it looks amazing. And that's how I feel about this right now.
I was sending Shira pictures this morning being like, this is so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, there's also a nice part about being on a bit of a sprint, because both of us, we've talked a lot this week, and both of us work under deadlines fairly well. If something has to get done, it has to get done. And so, like, I've been down here editing through videos. I have the vlog and our bigger documentary ready to go. I filmed the B-roll for the model that we're promoting, and like, we're just both chopping away at every piece so that this, I think, we're set up to knock this out of the park.
I hope so.
But yeah, it's the morning of. We're on the third day of painting and filming and editing, and I am just absolutely stoked to see. This is going to be kind of one of the crucial days, because today we're moving on to the arm, we're moving on to the face, and that's where a lot of the life that Shoshie paints into her models is really going to show up here in this piece.
All right, we are in a really good spot. I had to step back from the model a little bit because it's so big and you're just kind of hyper-focusing on like little areas that you don't really see the whole thing. So now I'm looking at him. Oh my gosh, yeah, he looks fantastic. I'm really excited. I'm starting to do all the detailing and panel lining. It's kind of like painting a Gundam. So now it's a lot more work. I'm using smaller brushes, and it's actually a lot more tiring because it's a lot more detailed.
But it's the last stage.
Yes.
The final stretch. Oh, it's so exciting.
Getting there.
So you know how when someone tells you you can't do something and it makes you want to do it that much more? Well, Shoshie just told me I cannot look at the face because she's painting it and she wants to do a reveal. So I now want nothing other than to look at the face, and I'm not allowed to see it. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to close my eyes and walk slightly backwards to see if you, the audience, get a sneak peek. I don't know if she covered it up. I don't know what she did, but I don't get to see it. We'll see if you all got any sneak peek. But we're moving into the stage of the game where it's down to like some specific details and then putting the thing together. I cannot wait to take footage and show this off. I've said that like 80 times during this vlog, but what we both did is we both just took a step back held it up against the legs here before we actually mount it to see if there's other little details that need to be finished before it gets put on. And honestly, I saw nothing that needed to be updated or corrected. She saw a few other things, so she's adding like bronze tips to the wires and finishing some of the extra detail. But then we're gonna pin it back together with the legs, which shouldn't be too challenging. And I think we're gonna have a work of freaking art. All right, so Shoshie has not allowed me to see the face yet. You guys don't get to see it, but I do now.
We covered it up with silly putty.
Come on.
Right.
She said it was terrifying, that Shira would be concerned. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, he looks amazing. And horrible.
Yeah.
That's the gold that you were painting with? Mm-hmm. Because it does, like flesh color washes out. All right.
Because I added some pink. But yeah.
Okay. Can you grab that? Can you grab that camera? I have to show them. I'm not even cutting. I'm just grabbing this, and oh my gosh! Look at him on camera.
Oh, that looks awesome.
Oh, he's horrible. He is absolutely terrible. So Shoshie told me that if she was going to be outside freezing, spraying the primer on top, not primer, the sealant on top, I also had to stand outside in my socks and bare feet. I don't know why she told me that, but she did. She said it was a requirement. She also said she might lock the door because, you know, she thinks it's funny. I don't know. You hear her laughing in the background. It's very... Oh.
All right, that is nice.
So we are applying a coat of varnish on top, which is going to hopefully seal everything together and just make it so it doesn't chip or get messed up at all as we're starting to attach the legs to the base. Okay, you need me to hold the big one as we do this one?
Let's do the legs first.
Okay.
We're gonna. Do you have the?
It's right here on the stairs.
Okay.
I can hold it if you need her. Yep, just rip the legs off again.
Do that.
Very aggressive. All right, and I gotta go back outside. Apparently, that's she said. She said, "Listen, if I'm outside in the cold, you have to be there as well." The only reason I find this funny is because she literally said, "Just stay inside," and I came outside anyway. You saw us break it. Now you're going to see us repair it. She is drilling with a Dremel
This is gonna work.
into the base. And what we're doing is we're putting in a brass rod or a copper rod.
Brass.
A brass rod. We don't copper. They'd strip it and sell it for parts. So we don't want to do that.
Okay.
I'm from Kentucky. That's how we make income down there. We're putting in a brass rod so it pins up against the kind of top of the body. Should give us some stability, hopefully.
So what I'll do, so we've got this brass rod in here, and there's something in the leg that it's like landing on, which is perfect because we'll put the super glue and glue it in so it's solid in here. I'll put a little bit of white paint on here so when we pull him down over the thing, it'll make a white dot where we roughly need this to go up in. Then we'll take it out and then drill a hole up, and it'll go into his body and maybe kind of make a little bit of a skeleton for him. That's my hope.
I don't think this is going to be as hard as it seems, but I also don't think it's going to be quite as easy as we thought.
Yeah, we're in the process of like trying to figure out where the legs in the body rest in the body.
There's a kind of a specific area they need to connect, and that area doesn't really exist anymore now that we ripped it apart.
Yeah.
So I think what we're going to do is we're going to put some super glue on where the seam should be.
And hope it
And
stays.
just go for it.
Yeah.
Just go for it. Because we had him squeezed in there, and he looked pretty darn good. So I think that counts.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. The good news is I think we have the legs established. The bad news is he's never allowed to be back up the right way. Here's what we did. We did 2 pins in the center column to kind of make a connection at the height that we needed it in so it didn't sink into the body. And then we just super glued and put accelerant around the entire outside wherever we could reach. And theoretically, it's stable. I think we're going to put a little bit of epoxy.
By the way, I don't recommend dropping the accelerant on your model if you're doing this at home. We did have a little bit of a chemical reaction that caused a little smoke whiff.
Tiny little puff of smoke.
Yeah.
Is it a bomb?
But
maybe.
Fumes like that tend to be toxic.
That's fair. The idea now is to let him sit upside down for a little while, and then to put a little bit of like molding epoxy on the inside to do that final kind of clench, and then I think we're just going to glue him to the base. And then we're going to use a spray paint can at him?
Probably, yeah. To get the offset, off-source lighting. The OSL.
Yeah, she held up a can and was like, this would be great to finish it. I'm like, that's literally spray paint.
Yeah, but it's very fine. It's very high quality, so it shouldn't speckle. I think the airbrush has a higher chance of speckling and clogging than the spray paint can does.
Mm-hmm.
It's Tamiya. It's really good.
Process for you. Okay, we're gonna do a test fit because you should always do a dry fit beforehand. So 1 foot goes in. This foot spreads out like a ballerina. Hand pops in there. Foot pops in there. And
looks good to me.
I think that's a
win.
Holy cow.
He's amazing.
How cool is he? Shoshie, how freaking cool is he?
I can't believe it's finally done.
This is the first time you've seen him
completely together.
Full.
Yeah. Yeah, he's great. Wow. Yep.
I mean, when you want to borrow him for your museum display, just let me know.
If there's any collectors out there that want me to paint this, it might cost you a little bit, but
I will
do it again.
You do it again?
Yeah.
You have some ideas around how you want to do it differently and better too, don't you?
Yeah, I think that we could do a little bit more. There's a lot of the comic style paneling and cell shading, but I could do that maybe even more.
He's glued up. He is completely finished.
Mm-hmm.
Completely finished. We don't need to do anything else to him.
Except for
Not a single.
I'm gonna spray paint him a little bit.
Please.
We're gonna put a little bit of OSL, just a tiny bit. He's freaking me out.
Your bottle is called Surface Primer, Shoshie.
But it's a fine.
It's designed. I'm gonna teach you how to paint here for a second. It's designed to be the cover before you put on the beautiful stuff.
Okay, I will teach you how to videograph it, and then you'll hold the camera while I do it.
She literally pulled this out, and she's like, "This will be great for the last part." It's scaring me to death.
We could use the airbrush, but there's the chance of clogging. There's the chance of speckling, even more. There will be a little bit of speckling with this, but probably less than with the airbrush.
We're at that stage where people like me are like, it's so good now, anything I did would ruin it.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that.
And we're at the stage where Shoshie's like, I've done it perfect, and now this is what makes it the best.
Yeah, this is what it's going to make people freak out when they see it, like the glow. But if you really don't want it, I can go ahead and...
No. I mean, we have to. But it's entertaining to complain about it. We did it! Well, she did it. Honestly, I'm doing the video. My job isn't done yet.
You advised. He advised.
The painting whole. I mean, Shosh, go ahead and spin here, and let's show that thing off.
He's amazing. Look at this.
What are you thinking?
I think
we sat for like 5 minutes just staring at it.
Yeah. I mean, can I get in there on his face? Let's see. There we go. It's insane. I'm just so happy.
Yeah. I mean, what a cool opportunity to collaborate. Now, the journey for me is not over and the vlog isn't over because I'm going to hit the road, pack him up very carefully, and then I've got a 7-hour drive home, and then tomorrow I will be processing, well, this. This is why I'm here. And this isn't done yet because we're currently doing it. It can't be done yet. It's still happening. Shoshie, this has been amazing.
Yes.
What a absolute pleasure. I am beyond words and cannot wait for the next time we get to do stuff together.
I'm glad that you thought of this.
So cool. Thank you for watching, and the next time you see me, I'm going to be in my car, hopefully not breaking down. Why is the world so incredibly cold? I mean, it is freezing. I'm grabbing some gas. Means I'm going to have to hot start Betsy again, but in here, We have the trash bag with Galactus strapped into the back. I grabbed some snacks. I'm 6.5 hours away from home, which has me getting home at 7 a.m. in the morning. Oh, and I am so desperately cold. $20 in, a couple gallons. Gas is getting more expensive by the day, so we'll pump it. And I am so thrilled that this week happened, that we got to go on this journey. But I'm also ready to be back, ready to be with Shira, ready to get back to work. So this may be one of the last updates you see, unless I take a nap or something like that on the way. Also, it's so cold, my windows on the inside are freezing. What is happening? It's 1:30 a.m. We are about 5 hours away, and I'm getting a bit tired. So I've pulled over. We still have our friend in the back here, completely wrapped up. I'm gonna take a bit of a nap here in the car, and then hopefully hit the road here in a couple more hours. Refreshed, ready to get back, ready to edit, ready to finish up kind of this road trip. So I am in what looks like a closed down Dollar Tree and AutoZone, where the street lights aren't even on, and there are no cars around me. So that's either great or really dangerous. Good night. Good morning, world. It is about 5 a.m. Not the best sleep I've ever had, no. It is now 8 a.m. I fell asleep for another 3 hours. So, not the best sleep I've ever had, but honestly, not bad. Kind of just laid back and zonked out for about, 5 hours total? And now, we've got to hit the road again. You can see I'm still struggling to wake up. Can anyone say 30-minute traffic jam? Woo! There's a wreck on the road. I don't know the details. I should have taken an exit. And now we're just kind of sitting and slogging along, and I would be rather driving on back roads and twists and turns and add an hour to my drive than sit in traffic. That's all right. I'll be okay. I'm ready to get home. One thing that I actually haven't taken the time to specify is sleeping in my car is not a negative for me. I actually get great sleep and feel so refreshed when I wake up. For me, it's almost like being on the trail. I hiked most of the Appalachian Trail when I was 13, and you wake up with this sense of adventure and purpose, and as if you're on a journey, and the car does the same thing for me. I wake up with the morning kind of streaming through, fog on the windows, and I honestly sleep really good. I become used to it. There was a year where I probably spent the better part of a month or two sleeping in my car as I traveled up and down for commercial work, photography shoots, weddings, events, and now for Quackalope. It really is one of the most pleasurable things I have. Now, sleeping in the car with Shira or with other people, a little bit more tight, cramped, not quite as comfortable. But when you're just by yourself and you're kind of on an adventure, it's really not that bad. I'm gonna grab a Red Bull, and I am about 2.5 hours away from home, and then the editing starts on this journey. I just pulled up at home. The Zombicide gameplay is literally right now starting to premiere, and Galactus is safe in the back there. Oh, good drive. It is 1 p.m. That nap in the car took a little bit of time, and yeah, this is happening. I kind of want the let's see if it starts. Oh, I need my phone to disconnect. That's what I need. Let's see. Do we have music? Come on. Woo! So the gameplay is going to go up. I'm going to hang out with the chat here in the car for a little bit, and then go inside to just have some fun. Oh, and edit all of this. Oh, I'm home again. Just can't wait to be home again. With the puppy and the Shira that I've seen. Oh, I just can't wait to be home again. Hi.
Hi.
What are you doing?
Trying to light a candle.
For what?
For your birthday.
Your birthday surprise stuff.
Okay.
By the way, in case any of you didn't know, I turned 29 while I was gone. That's a thing. Right, Shira? Say hi to the vlog.
Hi, vlog.
The vlog caught you trying to surprise me.
Yeah, you're awful.
You
like,
did surprise me. I have no idea what this is.
You sit in the car for like 5 minutes when you come home. You don't come in right away, and then if I'm going to go upstairs to do something, and then you come in.
I was engaging with the zombie stream. The car's right out there. I had to talk with people. There was stuff happening. Hi, Ash. Hi.
She's so.
How are you? How are you?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Are you excited to see me?
Many more.
Hi. Nice to see you too. Ash does not love this anymore though. Alright. Goodbye, audience. Spam.
You gotta blow out your candle.
Thank you for the surprise. These are good cakes too.
I know. Wait, make a wish.
I was already making wish.
Oh, good. Make a wish.
I blew candles.
I got your 2 favorite drinks.
Apple cider and eggnog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the cups.
I just bucket eggnog, by the way. In case anyone wants to surprise me, bring me eggnog in like the middle of the summer.
Look at the cups.
What's the
Our
cups?
friends got them given to us.
Oh yeah, little viticulture cups. Cute.
And go look at the stove.
Cute. What'd you do to the stove? Did you cook? What'd you make?
Open it.
Oh, you're working on butter curry?
Yeah.
The thing that has poisoned you and sent you to the hospital twice?
Yeah.
Cute. So cool. You're amazing. And the house looks good. And this is clean. I'm glad you didn't come with me. Do you want to say anything?
I am glad to have you home. And now you get to open your cards and we celebrate your birthday.
So I'm currently down in, well, the basement or game room working through this edit, and I have to be honest, I am experiencing something that Shoshie was experiencing as she was painting as well. It's a lot. I have a couple 100 gigs of footage, clip after clip, 3 different stories that we were telling. I just went through and organized and processed a lot of it. Now I'm going to go through and start making sure all the cuts that I need are in each one of the segments and kind of tying the story together, but I'm having to do what she did with Galactus, and I'm remembering what she did, is take it at a step at a time, right? A small piece. Start working and painting one little frame and then build out to the larger thing, because it's 7 p.m., the video has to go live tomorrow, this has to go live Saturday, and I still feel like I have a mountain to climb to get it completely finished. I cannot believe it. I hit export on freaking Premiere, and my computer is restarting. So, yeah, screw it. We're going. We're just gonna go bury ourselves outside, and that's gonna be it. Because, you know, I got no idea if it's working. Oh, yep, nope, computer's downstairs. Computer's restarting. I'll be here. Well, that was cold. Now let's go see if the computer's actually working. Ah, that's so frustrating though. It's done. Unless none of it's saved. Oh yeah, it also snowed. Premiere absolutely crashed, and the autosave system lost about 20 minutes of work, which is not everything, which is what I was terrified of. So I'm going to go ahead and add in the music, go ahead and layer stuff like I was doing, and hit export again. We're not going to make my 9 o'clock time frame, but 10 would be fine. So, let's get it done. I hope it doesn't crash again. Oh, it's so frustrating. It's actually the first time I've had a computer or Premiere crash my computer, which stresses me out because they've been doing updates and I think they've been hurting the overall user experience. We are exporting. I am not going to touch my computer again, and I think I'm going to call this a finished vlog. Hopefully you've enjoyed this journey from start to finish, getting Galactus all painted up. Let me know what other crazy things you want to see Shira and I do in the future. If we can make it happen, we certainly will. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you on the next one.